you're giving me throughout the years. Every time you need me, I will be there, my dear. On the magic carpet we will ride. Be no Jupiter to the other side. Be we together, this I need no guide. There is nothing to be shamed, nothing to go hide. Oh no, a whole new world awaits, brighter than the pearly gates, where love is the strongest faith, and life is about to give up to tonight. Joy in your eyes, see no tears. Love is what you're giving me throughout the years. Every time you need me, I will be there, my dear, I swear. Love in your eyes, see no fear. Joy is what you're giving me throughout the years. Every time you need me, I will be there. There is no faking, no heartbreaking. Like a volcano, this a true love is shaking, yeah. In tender caring, we are partaking.
Oh, you want to start?
From the beginning. Reggae is a people music. People coming together.
Ooh, yeah.
You know you're a superstar.
Alright, well, jamming.
I'm a superstar.
I wanna jam it with you. We can do it anyhow. Jam till the jam is through.
There's a war going on.
We're jamming.
You can't separate the music and the message.
Cause every day we pay the price.
And what is the message?
Sacrifice.
Peace.
Oh, life is worth much more than gold.
Bob, they try to kill you and your wife. And now you're choosing to return to Jamaica to play a peace concert? Don't you fear for your life?
So we gonna walk through the roads of creation.
My life is not important to me.
Are you satisfied
My life is for people.
with the life you're living?
Do you really think this world will make it?
Yes. There's no other way.
Exodus,
That's the source of your strength.
we know where we're from. We're leaving Babylon. We're going to our fatherland. We know where we're going. We know where we're from. Open your eyes and look within. Now, 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 now. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with the life you're living?
One love, one heart, one destiny.
Welcome, welcome, Yemi Alade. Yeah, we are so happy to have you. We are very, very happy. Let me quickly introduce the team. You know, it's the Lee Scratch Perry biographer, author, and rhythm writer David Katz from London. Next to him is Pierre, applause please, Pierre Tosi, the famous radio host from Bologna. And next to me, an applause for Pierre. Next to me is Pete Lilly, and I'm Ellen Köhlings. We are both editors and since 2 issues, publishers of Rhythm Magazine. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to our session, African Body Up Close and Personal, with the Naija Afrobeats queen, Yemi Alade. And since this wonderful woman needs no long introduction, I keep it short and spicy. Call her King of Queens, Mama Africa, Woman of Steel, simply Empress or African Body. Her album titles describes the black magic she bestows on her listeners. Yemi Alade is not only an idol for young women on the African continent, but worldwide. This self-made woman has enriched Naija pop with her Afropolitan version of Nigerian Afrobeats by incorporating many different styles like Ghanaian highlife, Azonto, Ivorian dance music, coupé décalé, dancehall, hip-hop, pop, as well as R&B. As rich as her musical oeuvre are the languages that she uses: Igbo, Yoruba, Swahili, French, English, and Portuguese. As Fader magazine wrote, this Nigerian artist bridging her continent's cultural divides by become one of the biggest stars. What Burna Boy represents on the male spectrum, Yemi Alade represents on the female one. Welcome the king and queen of Afrobeats, Yemi Alade. Let's take a quick listen to BADDIE, which is from her 6th studio album, African Body, before I start with the questions.
Yeah. We outside. You know. I'm in the body, me better than the African body. You know me body, the body. You know me better than the average African body. You know you make me wanna spend all my pounds on you. Jump on your ones and twos. Spend all my dollars on you.
Before this session, the film, uncredited, The Origins of Nigeria's Afro Dance was screened, and it displays the extraordinary talents of dancers in Nigeria. And since you started also as a dancer that could sing, so what are your origins when it comes to dancing?
Hello, everyone. I want to say thank you for the warm welcome. I love it. I love the energy already. Well, I actually started as a musician first, and dance followed because I can't sit still. I like to move. And to be sincere, just before I go ahead and give the full answer, I'd like to introduce, I know you weren't sure, but I'd like to introduce Mr. Taye Aliyu. You know, when you see artists, there's always people working behind them, making everything work. He's the backbone of, you know, the brand Yemi Alade. He's my manager and also CEO of FEZ Music Group. So, you know. In terms of the music, I hope I did not miss the question. You said,
no.
how did my dance start and how did music come to join it? So I've always loved music. I started off as, you know, every other artist says, which is we started singing in our mother's tummy, right? But I've been singing all my life, and it was not until I was 18, 19 before I decided I wanted to make it a career. And I love dancing, and so it just all happened.
Yeah, and in the film, you know, it was really shown that the dancers seem to turn their inner feelings into dance moves and into body movements. And, you know, watching your video dance plays, of course, a huge part also in your music, in your videos. And is there something special that you want to bring across with dancing?
Oh, yes. You have said it very brilliantly already. Dance is an expression of one's feelings, one's self. The thing I always tell people when I go for a show, when they ask me, oh, what do I want to tell the audience? I say, first of all, make sure you do not wear high heels, my ladies. Come with flat shoes because the idea is to dance, to experience Mother Africa just by listening to the tunes, the play, the rhythm of the drums. And my favorite instrument is the talking drum. And tonight, we will experience it.
Wow, we're really looking forward to that. And, you know, Afrobeats in general seems to lack a bit when it comes to performances, you know. You are one of the few exceptions. You know, when I watch your performances, they're just brilliant, but there are so many Afrobeats artists lacking this. Do you have an explanation why it's not so much put on?
I will only speak for myself, oh. I don't know about others. I came to this world alone. But I would say, maybe because of the people that I look up to. Growing up as a kid, I looked up to mostly people who had great stage performances. Examples are Angelique Kidjo and Beyonce Knowles. I mean, those two women, when you go to their show, you go home and you're not sure if you should fall asleep or stay awake. That is the feeling I want anyone who ever watches me to feel. I want them to remember 20 years after, almost like it happened yesterday. Unforgettable experience.
Yeah, you know, I guess everybody's waiting for tonight, you know, to see
I hope
you on
I've not
stage.
overhyped it.
And, yeah, please. And Yemi, you are also an actor, so how comes acting into your part of performance or into your life?
Yeah, I think, you know, music I feel like music is also acting, but with melody. And so most of the time I put most of my musical videos, there's a lot of storytelling in there, and I get to act. I have done 1 or 2 proper movies in Nigeria. But aside that, I love acting, I love playing characters, because even in music, it doesn't have, when I write songs, it's not always about my experience. Sometimes it could be your experience. It could just be that I was watching something happen to someone else, and I'll write about it. And that is the same thing as the movies.
And now I want, Pete to play a special song, Johnny, and then we talk about it. Can't, of course, miss that out.
Hoppa! I broke to it. Celeb on the beat. Yemi Alade. It's a species, baby. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Who kem kedi feneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Yeah. Where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo, do you know Johnny? Question. If I know see my Johnny,
I mean, we're already there.
Yeah, and there's a very interesting story behind the song, and can you share it with the lovely Rototom people?
I mean, I've been looking for Johnny for so many years. Who knows, maybe today I'll find him here, you know? I don't know, maybe he's Spanish, speaks French. I don't know. Speaks French, speaks Spanish, I don't know. But we all know Johnny is a heartbreak song. But it's a good way to get over your heartbreak, you know? You dance, you forget about everything, and you act like you're still looking for him, but you're not.
Yeah, and the song wasn't planned to come out as such and being one of the most successful songs in your career. So maybe you tell us a bit about this, the leaking part?
That is true. Johnny was a song that we did not release officially. It leaked from the studio. We had just recorded it, and we left the studio. And 2 days after, the song was online. Someone had just put it online. We were upset, we were crazy. But then, my life changed, you know? People started calling him from all over the world. Oh, the girl that sang, some people still call me Johnny. I mean, but don't get it twisted. There are some female Johnnies amongst us, huh? But yeah.
Yeah, the song, like Yemi said, you know, she is, of course, in search of a strange lover. And yeah, maybe she finds him tonight here. And Johnny is not the only song that makes kind of people laugh, you know. So which part does humor play in your music?
Which one?
Humor.
Humor. Oh. I mean, the world is so serious. It's too serious. And I love comedy. That's why, to be sincere, that's why I like TikTok, because it's really funny over there. I get to be really silly there. And in my music, the most important ingredient for me is happiness, joy, and some humor, because what is life without some joy? You know?
So true, so true. And Pete, can you play another song? I hope I say it right. Tumbum. From my album, Mama Africa.
On the beats. I know you like it, get your love. Get your love. I know you like my beans. You like my beans. I know that she giving you fufu. You put them for my soup. Baby, what you gonna do? Yeah. No time for tumbum tumbum. Umaka de jumbum jumbum. Forget your jumbum. No time for tumbum. No time for tumbum tumbum. Umaka de jumbum jumbum.
Yeah, your song Tumbum doesn't only talk about a woman who doesn't want to be considered a second option, but it also deals with food. And how important is food in the Nigerian culture?
I think food is, look, no food, no life, no? and I mean, you know about the jollof wars, but I'm not into that though. I like pounded yam and egusi soup. But in Nigeria, we have so many tribes and cultures, and so we have so many different foods. My dad is from the southern part of Nigeria. My mom is from the eastern part. So I grew up in a household where we had different delicacies, and I enjoyed all cultures. Food is a big deal. Like, I miss the Nigerian food every day.
And Yemi, you come from humble beginnings, and what did it take you, you know, to move from Abia State to the stages worldwide, you know?
That's a good question. So my dad, he's late now, his soul rest in peace, but he was a retired policeman. And you know what it means to be a policeman? They post you from one state to another. You move around. So I was born in Abia State, but I barely stayed there up to 6 years. We moved to the north, then moved to the east again, then moved to the south. So I was one of those kids that had to move from school to school. So traveling is something I'm used to. But moving from that point till now, there's such a big difference because, I mean, there's a big difference because now I'm dealing with, everywhere I go, I meet new people, but I studied geography in school, and I'm now practicalizing it, so it's really good. I like it.
And were your parents very supportive of you becoming an artist? Because you just mentioned it, having studied geography, and it's a...
My dad was very disciplined. He never allowed me even attend parties. He was like, no, you stay in the house, you read your books, no. But when I got to a certain age, he just told me that the most important thing for him was to come home with good grades. If I come home with good grades, I can go to the studio. But we didn't even need to have a conversation like, Yemi, what do you want to be when you grow up? No, we never talked about it. They were just there supporting me, watching over me, trying to guide me one way or the other. But I was really blessed. I didn't have any restrictions.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. And I read a very sweet story you told about in an interview, and very encouraging story your dad told to you. And the story deals with a bowl of beans. Yes. Maybe you can share this? I thought this was very lovely.
Yes. Okay. I'll make it short. So, my dad wasn't the kind of dad to... He was very serious. Was a very serious man. He hardly cracked jokes with his kids. He was sit down, stand up, go. Very... he's a policeman. What do I expect? But there was this particular morning, he came to my room. He said, Yemi, come here. I followed my dad to the parlor. And right there in the living room, he had a big cup of beans. You know what beans look like, everybody? Different kinds of beans, yeah. And no two beans look alike. Like most times, one is slightly bigger, slightly rounder, or shorter, or longer. So he took the cup of beans, he asked me to look at the top. He asked me, Yemi, what do you see? I said, I can see beans. He said, no. What do you see? Describe what you see. I said, I can see different sizes of beans. Some are big, some are small. And then he said, okay. Then he said, hold on a second. Then he shook the beans, shook the beans, shook the beans, shook the beans. And when he showed me the cup of beans, I could see that it was only the small ones that were now at the top. And then he told me, it doesn't matter what life throws at you, even if it feels like you do not have what you need to move to the next level of your life. Sometimes, at the end of the day, the small ones become the biggest. And I never forgot that. I don't know why he did that, but I believe that kept me going, no matter how or where.
Thank you for sharing this story with us. And Yemi, you are half Yoruba and half Igbo, right? Can you explain why tribe is so very strong in Nigeria, or tribes?
Look, I cannot explain why. You say why tribes are strong? I think it's our culture. Even though my dad is from the south of Nigeria and they speak Yoruba, every community in the south has its own dialect. So in the entire Nigeria, there's over 350 different languages in one country. Personally, I think it's too much. It's too much. One language could have been, I'm in Spain and everybody speaks Spanish. Life is easy. But then now, too many cultures. But what I love about the culture is the things that we share, the food, the clothes, the accessories. I love that part more than just the language. But yeah, the language is a lot.
Yeah, and with your music, and what you do, you also bridge, these gaps between the culture. Is this something which you told yourself, I really want to be the person who does this and really put the focus on something like this?
The beautiful part about music is that music is its own language. I on my playlist, I have some songs that I don't even understand what they're saying, but I love the song. I connect. I feel the pain. I feel the joy. And that's because music is its own language. And that is the universal language that I speak. And when I start to sing songs in French or Swahili, when I started, it was just out of curiosity. I liked the language, and I wanted to sing the same way I travel to those countries, and my fans sing to me. I want to sing to them in a language that they truly understand. So it started out of love, and it's all that I have to give, love.
And Yemi, what does it take as a woman to be successful in Afrobeats?
A lot. And even more. What does it take? A lot.
I mean, you have to. I think my name is Tai. Sorry, guys.
Welcome.
It's like.
I feel like I don't. Well, I think for her, I think it's an exception, and I also feel like to be anything you want to be in the world, you have to be an exception. So I always tell her, the way that the world has been built is a man's world. So if you want to be ahead or even seen as an entrepreneur or as a musician and as a female, I feel like you must work 10 times as hard as a man. So if a man releases 2 singles, you release 20 singles. That's the only way that you can be seen.
I want to say something. Sorry to cut it short. So the thing with him is that he's brutally honest. He says it as it is. And that is good because for me, I feel it's important to have people around you that will always tell you the truth. I know this might be a hard pill to swallow, but it's kind of like the truth. You know, the men started before the females. Women were conditioned to be at home and take care of the family and everything. And the men went ahead. But now we are playing catch up. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because we can catch up because we have what it takes, you know? We're not trying to push the men aside or put them behind, no. We just want to take what is ours, you know? So when he says, when a guy releases 2 songs, we release 20, it is just so that we earn our spots, not that we are given. Because there's nothing worse than just being given. It means it can be taken from you, but when you earn it, it is truly yours. So I'm sorry I cut you short, but I just wanted them to know that part.
That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
And I think, you know, since your manager is with you and you're still on an independent label, you're having an independent label, which is something very rare and which I really rate because it leaves you independent,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, being an independent artist and being an independent label is also for you to have control. You know, most times, a lot of labels, they sell you a lot of propaganda. And I mean, at the end of the day, yes, we all need the funds and we need the connections, but there's nothing that you can't do yourself. And when you finally learn the business, you can now go hand in hand with the labels and work together as a team, because then you know exactly what you want to do and why you're here. A lot of times, the labels come into your life at an early stage of a career, so many times the artist doesn't really know what they stand for. But when you know what you stand for, then it's very easy to do business with anybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for sharing this. And Yemi, you're also a strong advocate of body positivity. You know, something which, of course, women are more judged than men when it comes to their bodies. You know, men can, look, whatever. They can have their big bellies and carry them around like a trophy. Sorry to say this.
Facts. Yes. I mean, look at every one of us. We're beautiful in our own individual ways. There is no 2 of one person here. Even when there are twins that are identical, there's still something different because we're so uniquely and differently made. I know that with Instagram, there's a certain kind of body type. I know. But then there are other people. And so we must represent those other people. And that's what I stand for, you know. Because we need to be thankful to our bodies. That's where we really live. Our bodies take care of us. That's our real house. It doesn't matter if you're in Africa or Europe or America. Your real home is your body. That's where you live. And we must celebrate and love it. And especially for women that are life givers. With every kid a woman has, her body changes. This is beyond her control. Why should we live in a world where she should be shamed after giving life? No.
And Yemi, being successful in Afrobeats as an artist, I sometimes think it's not enough to be an artist as such, but you need to be probably a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. So maybe you can talk a bit about this side, because I think that is different from other genres.
Very correct. There is the talent. Sometimes in meetings, I refer to myself as, I'm Yemi Alade, but sometimes in meetings, I'll be talking about Yemi Alade. Because that is the brand as well. I'm just really fortunate to be working with a group of people who are willing to teach me and take me along and show me how to be a businesswoman, because that is a different part. You know, in the beginning, you were talking about Afrobeat artists and how maybe a handful of Afrobeat artists are not putting up a stage craftsmanship. And I was having this conversation a few days ago with my team about how performing the way I do involves a lot of investment. I play only with a live band. Now, for you to play with a live band, you must do rehearsals. And that is expensive. You pay for the studio session, you pay the musicians for their time, and when it's time to travel, you pay for their flights, you pay for their accommodations, you feed them, and then when they're leaving, you pay them. And for instance, we're moving around with a 13-man crew. Now, we're taking care of 13 people. That is a lot of investment. I mean, it's easier to just go around with a DJ. It's easier, but because I understand the business and the investment that we are making, I will do it again and again and again. And we've done that for over 8-9 years of having a band and supporting the business. And because we understand the business to a fault, we're able to stay independent and only work with people who have the same vision as we do. And thank God that God is on our side.
Give thanks, give thanks. You're doing really great works, you know, and I think the people really rate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, maybe we can play another tune, a special one, Don't Jealous Me, from The Lion King, The Gift soundtrack by Beyonce.
Suzuki no be Jincheng, Jetiri no be Lukenga. You know me, another pretender. From start of the week to the weekend. Another eye for corner. Footwork like power. If you get a my dun me, I want to get a yacht dun. Like
sheep don't run with lion, snake don't swing with monkey. I can't talk for too long, got too much go to try on. Sheep don't run with lion, snake don't swing with monkey. I can't talk for too long, got too much go to try on.
Jealousy, don't you jealous me? That's that jealousy, don't you jealous me? That's that jealousy, don't you jealous me? That's that jealousy, don't you come for me? Baku, minu, yenko, ava. Baku, minu, yenko, ava. Baku, minu, yenko.
I beg me then talk, we go give them the action. I be the grandmaster, salute the commander. Hey, Otumba, Oga, Sadie, Chama, Mansa, Oba, Yaro, Kero.
Sheep don't run with lion, snake don't swing with monkey. I can't talk for too long, got too much go to try on. Sheep don't run with lion, snake don't swing with monkey. I can't talk for too long.
Yeah, great song, great combination.
Are you sure you're not going to add DJ to your CV real soon?
And you are twice represented on the soundtrack, The Lion King, The Gift, with My Power and Don't Jealous Me, which we just heard a part of. Can you share the story when you flew to LA to work with Beyonce? So what it was like?
Did I tell them? I can tell them. Okay. Okay, funny story. And I'll keep it short as always. So we were getting emails, management was getting emails from, it's not Ivy Park.
From Ivy Park. No.
No.
Parkwood.
From Parkwood, exactly. And the emails were coming in, and one day he got irritated and was like, who are these people called Parkwood emailing me about Beyonce? I feel like it's a scam. I'm like, I mean, if you're a fan of Beyonce, you know she's running Ivy Park, you know she had Darion Jeans some time back, you know she's running Parkwood. I'm like, it's Beyonce! And we were just, when that happened, I mean, I just thank God that he spoke about it, irritated and upset. And when I confirmed that it was Parkwood, was like, uh-oh. And then he responded to the email, and I'm just thankful that they didn't give up on us. And I'm really happy that we picked up before, we missed it. I had a show in Las Vegas, not too far from that point when we got the email. So we just went from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, where her office is. And that's where the studios were set up for all the artists to come and record. And we were there a few days. Guess what? The minute I landed, the next day I lost my voice. In Nigeria, they'll say it's like my village people are coming for me. The spirits be acting up. I lost my voice. I was only supposed to be in LA for 3 days. I lost my voice for 2.5 days. And I said, you know what? I'll give whatever I can. So I couldn't hit any high keys. I had to just stay down there. Thankfully, before I couldn't talk. It was like that. But then on the third day, I had my low register back, and I managed to do what I did. And I just prayed, and I said, God, this is such a great opportunity, and what I want to do is give everything that I have, even if I can feel like it's not as much as I want to. But I'm thankful. I will stay here. We even extended our flight for like a day or two, just so that we could be in the studio a little more, because I'd lost so much time waiting on my voice to come back, which it never really did until after we had left Los Angeles. But then that happened, and there were over 400 songs or so that they had, and they made a cut of 150 eventually, and they kept cutting it down, and I still made it to 2 songs, and to be featured twice by the one and only Beyonce, I mean, I grew up watching this woman, loving her music, and here she is featuring me, and I really thank God, because what she did was go back to her roots and just really give, create the bridge that, wasn't there before. Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. And then we went back to shoot the video, and then she invited us later on. Oops, is everything okay?
You have questions?
Everything all right over there? Yeah, okay.
Okay, very
Yes,
good.
just it might.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So we shot the video, and then a few weeks later, like it's almost when I'm about to go to some country that they'll hit me up. And we're about to go to London, and we got an email that, we're premiering Lion King, and would like to invite you and your team to the premiere with Beyonce. So 5 of us and Beyonce and Jay-Z, we watched the movie together. We did red carpet pictures, and I think Prince, what's the Prince? Prince Harry and his wife were there as well. It was such a moment, and yeah, beautiful stuff.
Wow. And what would you say did this soundtrack for African music, and what did it do for your career?
What soundtrack?
The Lion King, The Gift.
Oh, Say it, sir, please.
The answer is obvious. It's in the bank account. I'm joking. But for me, I just want to say that I want to give a shout out to Beyonce and her team for being so amazingly awesome. They were the warmest, nicest. They gave us African Nigerian food.
Yes.
And they allowed her to be on any track she wanted to be on. That's the kind of leverage they gave her as an artist. And the respect was so even up till now, the relationship and the respect is so amazing. And the tracks are changing the sound of music because we get to be in films like Woman King and a lot of other African movies that are going to come out very soon. So it's endless. It's an endless amount of streams and opportunities because when she performs the song, we also get royalties. And when other people want to use the song, she makes her team and her make sure that we get paid and they take permission from us too. So that's fine.
Wow, that's great to hear. And maybe 2 or 3 questions and then we open it up to the public. When you started to have a successful career in 2014 and you look at the African music scene in 2023, I guess it's a completely different world. Maybe you can talk a bit about this.
Yeah, you are definitely right. It's a completely, I would say it's the same, but now the spotlight is really on Afrobeats. The doors that are opening used to be closed to Afrobeats. More doors are opening and more cultures are falling in love with the idea of Afrobeats. A lot of songs are now being played on mainstream radio and even at award shows. I remember being nominated, I think 2015, twice for BET, and the idea for the category, which is the Best International Act, was for the winners to be awarded backstage. They never made it to the main stage, but now, this year, the winners are awarded live on TV. So there is a big difference. Things are changing, and that is a huge plus for every single one of us.
I would like to play one other song, and then our colleagues have a question. And yeah, one song, one more question, and then it's your turn. And we listen to Bubble It.
Yemi and Spice, from a queen to a queen. Okay. Jamaica to Africa.
We are slime. Alright.
Bubble it, wiggle it, wiggle it, bubble it. We wanna wiggle it, bubble it, wiggle it, bubble it. We wanna wiggle it, right, yes or no.
Ready. We are
Bubble it, bumper, watch me wobble it. Like a ball, me a juggle it. Every man want fi cuddle it. So me jiggle it, juggle it. This no big and a puddle it. So me couple it, double it. Muscle it when you trouble it. Drop it, let's up, clap it, loud it, echo. Don't feel like marshmallow. Add the 2 queens, let's up. This a no waffle, no eggo. Body no soft like jello. Girl, you fi wine with your hand and your knee don't let go.
Yeah, the queen of Afrobeats meets the queen of dancehall in Bubble It. A beautiful song again. And since we are at Rototom Sunsplash, a festival dedicated to reggae and dancehall music, so which part does Jamaican music play in your career?
Oh, I have been a big lover and follower of the tune. I mean, sometimes when I close my eyes, I feel like I'm Jamaican. I mean, yeah. When the bass hits, like there's no turning back. If the bass gets you, you're gone. Like you are gone. And I think it's just been a few years now that I decided to really show my love for dancehall by being a true part of it. I really just love the tune, you know, and I would say at the end of the day, if you listen to certain things with Afrobeat and dancehall, they're very closely intertwined, sometimes even in the accent, in the way it's been delivered. And the attitude. The attitude.
Yeah, my colleague over there has a question.
Ellen, you partially did kill my question. That it was again because it was again about Jamaican music and Afrobeat, because obviously dancehall did influence a lot Afrobeat, and now is the turn of Afrobeat to influence dancehall music. But in terms of names, what are your favorite the Jamaican artists you admiring more?
You know, like as far as like the new cats, I'm not sure if I should say new cats. That word has gotten people into trouble. I really love Cranium because of his R&B in the dance hall. Like that doesn't always happen. Of course, I love Spice. I mean, she is so fiery. And to be sincere, because in Nigeria back in the days, they used to play mostly R&B and not Jamaican tunes back in the day when I was a kid growing up. So the closest to dancehall while I was growing up was Busta Rhymes. Because you could hear it in his rap that he had the accents going on and the way he does his delivery. So yes, and then Sean Paul came around. Oh, my days. That's when I knew he was my brother and I'm his sister. And that's when I started going looking for Vibes Cartel, finding the music, you know, and just really Movado, you know, and Shensia, which is like, when dancehall integrates with R&B and pop, it's so infectious, you know. And then what's this guy that we like? Oh, you forget. Okay, I remember later and come back, but I really, really like him. Yeah, there's a long list. I can go on and on and on and on and on. Ooh.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, along those same lines, have you spent time in Jamaica yet? And no?
I went to Jamaica for a holiday.
Okay.
And I think, was that last year or this year? Last year. And it wasn't for work. It was to go and eat the freshest mangoes. I mean, to eat the aki and to be in the cano, the rafts, the bamboo rafts, and just eat food from the side of the water there, fish and rice and peas and oxtails. No, life was so good. And I stayed in this really nice resort for a few days. It was endless supply of drinks and food. I'll go back again, especially for the mangoes, because I love mangoes.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's time to open it up for the public. So I really want you now to ask your question. You have the chance, so please don't be shy and don't hesitate. Yeah, I saw you moving in the chair all the time.
Sí, voy a intentarlo. Hi, Yemi. Hi, everybody. My English is not so good, but I'm going to try say something. I'm going to talk about the inspiration. I think I'm gonna cry now. wait. I'm a dancer. I'm dancer teacher from everybody, and I think sometimes as an artist you have the times that you don't know how to do at your classes. I don't know what I can teach to my students, and sometimes in that moment that I'm so, I listen your music, and your music connects me to a lot of inspiration. Yeah. My family, when I was young, they didn't support me a lot to dance. It's okay, now better, but... And when I start again to dance, the first song I danced at the stage, it was Tum Boom, Tum Boom. It was your song, so I want to say thank you. And the inspiration is very important to everybody, so thank you.
Thank you so much. I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Jules.
Jules.
Sí.
Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, okay.
No, I want to pronounce it right.
Okay, it's, ¿cómo se diría?
Yuris.
Yules. Y-U-L-Z. Z. Dilo tú, porque yo no puedo más.
Yules?
Y-U-L and Z.
Yules. Oh, Yules. Look, I really appreciate that. You know, sometimes it's easy to think that people like us, we have it all figured out and our heads are in the clouds. But you see, moments like this, we never forget. I'll speak for myself. I'll never forget. So if I ever feel down, I remember that there's someone out there who hears my voice and is. 100%.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Hi, everyone.
What's your name?
My name is Tanisha.
Tanisha.
And I'm from Brooklyn, New York, representing Al. I have a question. I want to know, do you have like any mentoring programs for young girls who aspire to be like you? Because I'm sure like you are quite the sensation, even back in your hometown. People have pride just to know that someone from their town made it. And so they're probably looking for you in some way. So how's that working?
Wow. That's a very, very good question. To be sincere, at the moment, I do not have a mentoring program because anything that I go into, I like to do it properly, you know, and that is not an excuse. But I would say the way I live my life, the way I am, I try my best to be a sort of like role model. I do make mistakes. And every time I get the mic like this, I try to pass a message. And I hope that when I say some things that are worth it, you also take it back home and tell other young girls. I say the most important thing is that one of the reasons why I do what I do is so that when a young boy or young girl at home, they're watching me and they see me on TV, it will make them know that they can also replace me. They can be me one day. Like evidence of validity to your dreams. Your dreams are valid, you know. But I will work on having a mentoring program because I think a lot of people are not sharing the truth about life. Nothing is rosy on any side, you know. But if we share our problems, it's kind of half solved. Yeah, so thank you for that. Thank you.
Last question is, are you ever gonna come to Brooklyn or New York City?
Oh, I always come to New York, but this year I did not. I went to New Orleans and Houston this year. But last year, where in Brooklyn? Sorry. What? I was in Brooklyn last year, though.
Oh, well, listen, I'll be looking for you.
Yes.
Next time you come.
I'm on Instagram, and I always post my venues. So
all right.
Yemi Alade, one word.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Yemi and panelists.
Hello.
I hope you're coming to Coney Island on September 30th because I have my ticket already.
Woo!
You're not going to be there with Tony
I'm going to be there. Why not?
Oh, okay, because I bought my ticket.
Wait, I'm going to be there. Of course.
But my question is, I heard your manager talk about the males, for a female, you have to work twice as hard or 100 times harder. My question is, how do the male reggae Afrobeat singers treat you? How are they towards you? Are they supportive? Are they competitive? Specifically your fellow Nigerian, the Naija man.
Good question. Are they supportive? You want to say something?
So I think the male artists in Nigeria there are many things around her. They are supportive, they are afraid, because her personality and her music is strong. And she doesn't play around, she's all about her business. From the first day I met her as a teenager, she always has been in love with music and hard work, and that's all she knows. There's no in between. It's work. I've been working with her for like 10 years, and I've forgotten my birthday 5 years. So, I mean, since the time I met her till now, we've always been on the road. So when she was even talking about a mentorship program, I was just shaking my head and saying, when we finally stop and get the time, maybe we will do that. But she has been on the road for like 10 years straight. And this is the first year, or last year was the first year where she said, you know what, I need to take a break, I need to go on a holiday, take out some time. So that's it.
Yeah, well, true. Thank you for exposing me like that. It's not like you don't get breaks, sir. And I think we've celebrated a few birthdays. But to add to what he just said, are the men in Afrobeat supportive of the female artists, or at least supportive of me? I feel like my relationship with fellow male counterparts in Afrobeat is more of, what's the word? We create a symbiotic supportive system in that as long as one part is moving, the rest will follow, We are more, what's the word now? When you respect each other's crafts, It's not necessarily a thing of, oh, I'm going to drop my music and take yours on my, no. But I think what I'm trying to say is that the market is very competitive, but in a healthy way. So it's not really a situation of supporting females like we need help. That's not the balance at all. Yeah. Well, I think it can be better.
Yeah, we have time for one last question. One last question. Oh, yes, over there. Back. All right.
Hello.
Hi,
everybody. I just want to say, I've only just discovered I can make Afrobeat music in October. So how does someone from England get to collaborate with females like yourselves?
Okay, wait, that question is very interesting. How is it that, no, hold on to the mic. How is it that you said you only discovered that you can make music in October?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I basically found an app online that I can construct music together. I don't know if you know the Soundtrap app.
Oh, okay. Like AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just discovered that I can do it.
Okay.
I can make Afrobeats, I can make reggae.
Uh-huh.
I've even made a song. I did a sort of mock song of Posty. You know Posty, Idris Elba's Posty.
Yes,
I did one called Posty.
Mm.
Got a lot of views on that, but I would like to really break through to the sync side, the sync deals.
Yes.
I'd really love to do that, so I'm just wondering how could one collaborate with yourself?
Well, that's interesting. I never heard anyone. I know that people now are using AI to do a lot of. That's interesting. Maybe I should look that up too. But please do not use Yemi Alade. Don't go type in. Don't make AI sing like me. Please don't do that. No. But for me, first of all, there are two things that are very important to collaborate with me. Number one, I must like your music. I have to like it. I'm very true to the music, and the music will not lie. So I must like it. And second of all, the artists themselves must really be dedicated to promoting the track. And that comes with having an actual plan that people can see, and possibly a budget to help promote, because you must shoot a video. I'm going to just tell you the truth as it is. You must be able to shoot a video and be able to do like your own photo shoots, etc. things that pertain to you, things that will help the music to go farther than just releasing the audio track, because we live in a visual age. People want to see something. So you must be ready for that. And then the rest is history.
Yes, I am collaborating with some fellow female UK artists.
Good.
We're called No More Silence, Females About Music. So if you look us up, we'd be grateful.
No More Silence.
No More Silence.
Okay.
Females About Music. Thank you.
Good, good, good.
So thank you so much, Yemi Alade, for your time. And thanks
Pleasure is
also
mine.
to your manager. And we're really looking forward to seeing you on stage tonight. So give her another big, big round of applause. I think it was a wonderful session.
Yemi Alade is performing on the main stage at 9:30. Make sure you don't miss it. We are going to continue here at 6:30, starting with a short documentary, Strictly Prohibited. And after that, we are going to discuss the current state of dancehall with Chi Ching, the dancehall artist, Donna Hope from UWI, the University of the West Indies in Jamaica, and Joshua Article Holness, the curator of the film we're going to watch earlier. I hope to see you then.
And Amo Tower of Punch Records.
How you want to start?
From the beginning. Reggae is a people music. People coming together.
You know you're a superstar.
I am a superstar.
I wanna jam it with you. We can do it anyhow. Jam it till the jam is through.
There's a war going on.
We're jamming.
You can't separate the music and the message.
Cause every day we pay the price.
And what is the message?
Sacrifice.
Peace.
Oh, life is worth much more than gold.
Bob, they try to kill you and your wife. And now you're choosing to return to Jamaica to play a peace concert? Don't you fear for your life?
So we gonna walk through the roads of creation.
My life is not important to me.
Are you satisfied?
My life is for people.
Do you really think this world will make it?
Yes. There's no other way.
That's the source of your strength.
Going to our fatherland.